We are so excited for our live this morning. Let's see. We have Naot, and it's a big deal because Naot is coming this weekend. So this is our Naot shoe party week. We are so excited. It's one of our favorite weeks of the year. And yay! Okay. Move that up so you can actually see my head. Okay, so Naot is coming this week. Brent from Naot will be here Friday all day, and then the trunk show portion of it will be here Friday and Saturday. So a lot of people, every time we do like a trunk show or a shoe party, go, I don't know what that means. And especially it's Mother's Day weekend. So we felt like Naot would be the perfect answer to what to get your mom for Mother's Day. The moms love Naot. It's an all-day shoe. It's meant to be worn all day, worn, loved. So it's perfect for mom life. I wear them. My mom wears them. My grandmother, when she was alive, she wore them. So it's kind of all generations, a lot of different styles and things that are going to feel good for everybody. They also travel with me and travel with my mom. Like they can be that dressy casual. So as you have summer trips coming up, they're perfect for that. So, Friday, Brent is coming and he will have the samples. So what that means is like when we go to market, I think there's a train. I never hear a train horn through here. That's so weird. When we go to market, we see samples, so all size 36, 37 of what's coming for the following season. So he's bringing current season samples, so all just 1 foot, size 36, 37 for spring. But it's things that we don't carry. So we just have limited inventory space, obviously, and can't carry everything from everybody. So this is your chance to come in and see what we didn't bring in, see different colors, different styles. If you've had your eye on something, but you're like, I wonder what that actually looks like in real life. This is a way kind of for the catalog to come to real life. And to see it and feel it and touch it. You can try it on even if you're not a 36 or 37. I'm like a 40 or a 41 from Naot, and frequently I'm like, I'm going to just put my big toe in it and see what it looks like. But it's such a fun time. Brent is a wealth of knowledge. He's been with Naot forever. So he can really kind of walk you through what's going to fit your foot best, as can all of us. But if you have any like specific Naot questions, he'll be here Friday. And then Saturday, we'll still have the samples. So if you can't come Friday and you can only come Saturday, it'll still be going on. The other exciting thing is we do a money balloon pop. So we do this every time we do a Naot trunk show, and it is one of our favorites. It's kind of chaotic. I know at the end of the day, I go into like sensory overload because we've been with balloons popping all day. But so when you pick out a Naot, or if you're ordering a pair, shipping a pair in, all of that is fine. Any Naot purchase per pair, you get to pick a money balloon, and whatever amount of money is in that balloon when you pop it is how much money that you get as a credit. So towards that pair. So it's such a fun event. We do it every year, and it's something we really look forward to. So it's going to be a really fun weekend. So again, all day this Friday and Saturday, and you guys need to come out, even if not for yourselves. It's such a great mom gift. Like anytime that I'm like, I don't know what to get my mom or my mother-in-law, a pair of Naots is always a good answer, because it's something that she'll actually wear and enjoy. I feel like a lot of times, like the gifty things are just like stuff. And even if it comes pretty gift wrapped from a gift store, I'm still going, I don't need more stuff, especially stuff to sit around. Like shoes are actually something that she's going to wear and use and enjoy. So let's get started on our Naot collection. And we are so excited. So we have a lot, and I'm going to kind of shimmy around the table. So for actually, you know what? I'm going to move this over. And then that way I can get closer so you can see what the shoes look like. Okay. So first up is their one of their classic footbeds. So this is a little bit wider than what Naot is normally known for. So one of the questions we get over and over is, do you carry widths? And the answer is always no. The Europeans don't really do different widths in the same shoe. They just make certain shoes to fit certain ways. So this shoe, for example, is one of the fuller, wider fits. It's a little bit more straight lasted. It's not as curved. And then some of them, like this one, do you see the width difference? So these are the same size. So this one's obviously going to fit more narrow and more tailored than what this one does. So that's always a really good thing about Naot, is that you can fit a variety of different feet. So sometimes people will try on one and go, oh, that brand is just too narrow for me. And it's like, wait, there are a lot of different collections. So as we move through collections, we'll kind of talk about what kind of foot they fit. And then, of course, when you come into, we can help let you know what's going to fit what. Okay, so this is going to fit a little bit more of a fuller foot. All of the Naots are going to have cork footbeds with a layer of cushion on or memory foam on top of it. So not as much breaking in. They're all going to have that really good medial and metatarsal arch along with padding. And then I love, this is a true buckle, but then you have that Velcro across the front. So you can get a really great fit in this shoe. Super comfortable, and raffia textures, natural materials, woven is trending like crazy right now for spring. It'll continue into fall. So this is a really great way to do that kind of natural raffia look. Really pretty on the foot. Great slide. So sometimes you want something you can just kick on and go, but still feel good. This is great for that. It's a great little airport shoe too. So we have it in the black and the brown. And then let's see if I can kind of balance these puppies in here. Okay. And then we have the raffia with the white and the natural, which is really pretty. And just like throw it. I mean, look how cute that would be with this. It's just so neutral. So this is a way to pick up a white accent without it being an all white sandal, because a lot of you don't love an all white sandal. And then it also comes in this kind of gold, and it's a stamped leather. So I love it when they do that. So you get the texture, but the bottom is cushioned. That's another good thing about Naot that I should mention. They cushion a lot between their leathers. So frequently they'll have a top layer and then a different leather underneath with a padding in between. So like I have a bump on top of my foot that can rub on things. That padding helps it break in, feel broken in from step one. So really, really pretty kind of with that striped gold. And then we have this little heeled collection. So this, like we just talked about, is going to fit a little bit more narrow. So, but it's one I can wear all day. So we are standing on concrete. So if you ever want somebody to truly test out how comfortable a pair of shoes is, find somebody that is in retail, because you are on your feet. We rarely sit down. Sometimes we like are shoving our lunch in our face because it's so crazy around here. This is one of those I can actually stand and walk and go and do in on concrete 8 hours a day or more and still feel good. So this is kind of that, it's about an inch, but it really just gives you the right amount of lift so that it adds some shock absorption between you and the ground. Has a fabulous metatarsal arch, great medial arch. This tends to fit everybody well. And then it has that faux buckle with the adjustability. So this has been in the line for several years, and we just sell it and sell it and sell it, because a lot of people who are in the office or have something with, they're going to be on their feet, but they need to be a little bit dressy. This is a great option. So we have it in the gray and the black, that stamped gold, which is really pretty, and then the cork with the gold. So you can get some lighter options or something that'll go well with black. Okay, and then we go here. This is my favorite collection that they do. This is called the Elegant Collection. These are so stupidly comfortable, and it's one of those, they look so much better on the foot. So the Kalo, which is on this bottom, is my favorite. This is a new one with this whip stitch that they did on that same outsole. So this bottom is one that it feels like a flat. It looks like you have a little low platform, but it is when you can walk days and days in. So this is a bottom that when I wear through it, I get it back in and I buy it again. Like, it's just awesome. So this one is new with the whip stitch. So really pretty. So this is a way to kind of, again, do that raffia, natural textured look, but not in a big way. So you have the black and the natural. And then anytime we get this scoop, I love the scoop, because that means if you have a bunion or a hammer toe, or you just want a little more foot control so you're not wagging side to side when you walk, this width makes a world of difference. And then you've got the adjustability through here. So really great fit, great little travel sandal, great black option. And then if you're wanting white, so again, just like dresses up a little bit, very feminine, comes in the white with the natural. And I love they do lighter soles on the lighter uppers, and then black soles on the black uppers. So they look like two completely different shoes, even though they're the same shoe in two different colors. And then we have a couple of higher wedges. Now we're kind of low stock. I'm like going to be moving furniture in this life. They're low stock, so we can ship them in and check availability, but just as a quick peek. This is the Majorca. This one's been great. Love the zigzag jute wrap. This is Velcro with a little wooden buckle. So really cute. And again, you've got that whip stitch. Canvas. Such a great bottom. This is about this similar bottom to what this is. We have so many ladies who are like, my knee feels good. My body feels good. I can walk all day in these. This is that kind of shoe. So really pretty with the gold and the natural. And then you've got the adjustability here. This has sold very, very, very well. And then we have the black with the brown raffia, and then the textured black outsole, which is really pretty. Instead of like looking like solid or rubber, I love that they kind of made it look like a dark wood. Super comfortable, really good arches. Cool fun fact, they actually sit this footbed, same cork footbed, but they sit it down in the outsole, so you can kind of see where it sits down in there, and then they wrap it in leather. So you have the cork that's going to heat mold to the shape of the bottom of your foot and have all your arches, but it's not exposed, which is, sometimes people don't want that if you're in an office environment. Okay, and then we go here. Okay, this is a personal favorite of mine. This is one I feel like will match so much. I mean, even with my pattern, like, it just is such a cute, fun pattern, and it'll go into fall. So this is a way to do white and black. So gonna go with everything and then transition to fall well. They call it like white snow leopard or something. It's almost cow. So cow, which is a big trending pattern. This definitely has that kind of cow look to it with the stamped black. It almost could also be like a paint splatter. So really pretty leather print that they did. And then you've got that gold buckle, low wedge. So this is that same low wedge we were talking about that is going to feel good on everybody all day long. They do smart things like, this is their narrower footbed, but because they added a heel to it, they widened out the forefoot, because naturally when you go into a little bit of an elevation, your forefoot's going to spread a little bit because that's where your stability is. So it really gives you that nice stability, that nice width, the allowance for your forefoot to spread and feel good. So really, really cute cow/snow leopard. And then we have this little crisscross one. This is perfect on all feet. It just fits and it holds and it walks beautifully. Anytime you get a crisscross strap, it just allows that space to hold your foot in exactly the right spot, because your straps can kind of move around your foot. So it just and it holds in 2 different places. So anytime you can get this wide, so it's the equivalent of having a strap. There we go. This wide, but it's more feminine because of the way that it crosses, and it actually allows for more adjustability because of the way that it crosses. So stinking comfortable, classic Velcro adjustability, nice little dainty buckle. I'm picky about my buckles. I really like this one. And it comes in black, and then it comes in this brown. So really pretty. Another smart thing that they did, you try on enough shoes, we put enough shoes on enough people, and it's like, okay, why isn't anybody doing this? Naot is one of those brands that they do the extra little things that you don't really think about until it's on the foot and just go, I know I can wear that all day, and I know it's going to feel good. This is one of those moments. So they added a stretch piece, which we call goring, into the back strap. So that allows that back strap to be snug on your foot, but it also allows that when you're walking, that it's going to kind of move with you. So it's going to give you some flexibility and some movement. If you're kind of between sizes and you need to scoot back into it, it also allows you to scoot back and then tighten up this top strap so you get a nice fit. So very thoughtful on fit, how to get the best fit, how to have something that's going to be able to be worn all day and still feel good. Okay, let me take a quick sip. If you have any questions too, I can see the questions and I'm happy to answer. As long as it's about Naot. Sometimes people are like, can you show me this Birkenstock? And I'm like, that's on the other side of the store. Okay, so onward furniture, moving into our wall. Okay, so is this where we're going? Yeah. Okay, this is our Kahu. A Kahu we've had for years and years. It's not pretty off the foot, so please look at the shoe cam for this one. I feel like it's just, you have to see it on. A lot of the Naots, you have to see them on the foot. So it's one of those just slip on and go. So just like On has the Cloud 6, Cloud 5 slip on shoe. You guys love the back 70 slide. Just easy is so important in so many different stages of our lives. So airport, which, oh my gosh, did y'all hear about Spirit shutting down while people were like mid-flight? That really stresses me out when stuff like that happens, even if I'm not involved, because I'm like, that can happen. You can just be stranded somewhere. Anyways, it's not going to happen. I don't need to spiral, but this is one of those just like slip on and go. So easy. My mom wears this. It's going to feel good. It's going to have the arch support. If you have bumps on your feet, it's going to fit like a sock. So can you kind of see my hand in there? Like if you have hammer toes or bunions, like it's just going to go and feel good. So this is if mom or grandma, Mother's Day is Sunday, mom or grandma doesn't have anything that feels good on her feet, needs something that she can wear every day to play bridge or mahjong or go to church, go to Sunday dinner. This is perfect. Or if mom or grandma travels a ton and just wants something she can just slip on and not think about, or pack totally flat. The cool thing is it has a removable footbed. So these, you can pull out this footbed and put in your orthotic, but what's in there is already really substantial. So think about like Rothy's and Allbirds, like brands that have grown more popular recently because they're lightweight, but then they don't have any arch support, so they're not comfortable all day. These actually have all that stretch softness, but actually have the arch support. So they're going to feel good, be healthy for your feet, and last all day. So we have them in taupe, and then we also have them in black and in navy, and it's a good navy. It's not too purple, which sometimes happens. Okay, and then similar but different is our Picton. So this is same kind of construction, but it comes up a little bit higher and it notches out. So this is good if you have a little more narrow foot. She wants something a little bit dressier. This is definitely a trend. So it has this little leather piece. The other cool thing that they did, it has a hard toe in there, or not hard, but there's an extra layer of protection. So your toenail's not going to poke through. So super cute. It comes in the gold, and then it also comes in the black. So that's if she's a little fancier, this would be a good option for her. And then the Amadora. So we were talking about narrows and wides. This is a wide one. So look at this footbed. I always try to grab this. Yeah, here we go. These are the same size. You see the sole difference? Like dramatically wider. These are the same size. So this is Amadora, much wider than the normal Naots. Fits so well. We've carried this years and years. A lot of you have all the colors. Alexandra has a real narrow foot. So if you can tell in the video that it's loose, you can see what it does on a narrow foot. This does have a removable footbed. So if you have an orthotic, you're not doomed to a life of sneakers or athletic shoes. You can pull this out and then put your custom orthotic in. So that's really great. We work with a lot of the podorthists in the area to bring in these shoes so that you have something when it's 150 degrees in Alabama in the middle of summer, that you're not having to put on your Hokas or your Ons or whatever. You can actually wear a sandal. So this holds orthotics really well, super comfortable, dresses up well, hidden cork, and it's a little flatter. So it comes in the stone color, and then it also comes in the black. So definitely a great little office shoe, a little more foot coverage, which makes it a little bit dressier. But I love it. It's almost like a stained glass window pattern. Like it's really, really pretty the way they did those notches. But that's one, a lot of you don't like your feet. We hear that a lot. That's one of those that's going to cover a lot of your foot, but not be hot, which is important. Some of you are like, I don't wear sandals. I'm like, we live in Alabama. You need to wear sandals. It is 1 million degrees. Will you grab me the plug for the camera so I can plug it in? It's getting low on battery. And then we'll keep going. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, happy to answer. We had a funny moment. If you saw my post this morning, last night, Alexandra, did you see my post this morning? You. My son, my 5-year-old, looked at me and he was like, Mommy, do you know John the Baptist? I was like, what? And he said, John the Baptist. You know, he knew Jesus. So you know him, right? And I was like, personally? Yeah. Like he's your friend. I was like, no, I do not know John the Baptist. I don't know how old you think I am. No, that was 2,000 years ago. And we've been working on counting. So I feel like we can get there. Like he's up to like 160. So I'm like, okay, 2,000 is a big number. Mommy is not 160, much less 2,000. So anyways, he laughed. I think he got that, but it was like the things that kids come up with is always wildly entertaining. And also humbling. A really beautiful combination of those two things, especially the preteen and my two middle schoolers. I'm like, okay, I'm not an idiot. I sometimes say that to them on a regular basis. I am not an idiot. I am competent. So let's base level. Let's start there. Whew, parenting is wild. And they're wonderful kids, but it's still wild. And no matter wonderful kids or not. Okay, this one is kind of the sandal version of the two that we just talked about. So you guys loved and wore the other one so much. So they came out with an open-toed version. So this has all of that stretch. You stretch to put it on. So this is great. Just easy. In fact, we put this on for our photo shoot ahead of the event on Saturday. And the comment was, oh, these feel really good. It was like, yeah, they just are like you're not wearing anything and you just have this stretchy orthotic strap to the bottom of your feet. This has that removable footbed. It is kind of glued down in there, so we'd have to pop it out if you want to use your orthotic, but it can hold an orthotic if you have to have it, but what's in there is already so good. And talk about packing flat. This is even one you could throw in your purse. So if you're traveling where you've got to be dressy during the day, but then you're walking a lot, like if you're doing cobblestones or going out to dinner, this is one you could throw in your bag as like a sneaker to wear to your destination and then change into your dress shoes because they're going to pack like that. So really, really great. So we have them in black and then we have them in this taupe color with this cream bottom. So perfect, just little all-purpose, easy knit shoe. Okay, one of my personal favorites. This one has been out, let me think about this, at least 12 years because I've had so many iterations of this one. So this is just like a little closed-toed sandal. So they have the cutout so your toes don't get hot, so they're still breathing. Great if you don't have your toenails done. I know I took my toenail polish off recently and went, oh wow, I need to let these breathe. Like they are not happy with me for keeping polish on them for so long. So this is a great let your toes breathe shoe, or you don't want to show your toes, but you need, it's summer. So this is going to have the cutouts, have that Velcro adjustability, have that same awesome removable footbed. Super comfy, just kind of dress up, goes with everything. This is another one I have, my mom has had, my grandmother, it's like all ages. It's just really cute, really classic. And the back strap makes it so you can walk and go and do and not worry about your feet. So it comes in the tan, the marble gray, which I love. You see how it almost has like water droplets on it. So really pretty. They call that marble gray. Black smooth leather, and then the sage green, which is just like the perfect little neutral. So pretty. I feel like it's so springy in summer. I love a good green. Okay. And then we have the Dorit. So this is another one we've carried for years and loved. Even when we got married almost 16 years ago, a lot of our friends were getting married at the same time. And this is like a go-to honeymoon travel shoe, because a lot of times that's the first like big trip when you want something that feels good, but that looks young and dressy and cute. And so that's where this one fits in perfectly. So this is their flatter look. So same footbed. Remember how we talked earlier about how it sits down in that outsole. So this actually sits down in this flatter outsole, so it looks just like a little flat, I want to say flat as split, but that's not the right term. But anyways, flitter. It looks like a little flat sandal, so dresses it up, but you still have that arch. So really, really comfy. Also great. You've got this little strap right here, which is perfect for bunions, on both sides, and then just a little teardrop on top. So super cute. We have it in the brown, and then the gold, and the navy, and then it also, of course, comes in black. So lots of really cute options on that one. And then we have this one. This is that same bottom that I said I love. It's my favorite collection that they do, because I know it's when I can walk all day and not think about my feet. So really, really comfy outsole. Has this brown kind of raffia, black leather, full adjustability with a little buckle look to it. So this is a great way to do the raffia trend, but more classic. So just not too much going on. Has that back strap, really good fit, has padding too. So that's one thing with this raffia is they do padding and a different layer underneath, so you're not going to feel it on your foot. So definitely one you can walk and go and do. So be so cute with a little straw handbag to wear in the Caribbean this summer. So really, really pretty. And again, kind of goes with everything. So I don't have on black or brown today, but this would go beautifully with my outfit. It's just one of those really, really neutral two-tone. Then we have this little removable footbed one. So this is that same outsole, same fit as what the stretch shoes are. So really comfy, has that flexibility from the get-go, but not too much. So you do have some stability. And then you've got that removable footbed option where we can pop it out and you can put your custom orthotic in. And then this is a neat one because they did a wider inside strap and then narrowed it out as you went. So usually you don't really see the inside of people's shoes. Usually you see the outside. So having the inside wider just really allows for that bunion area, more stability. If you pronate, it gives you a little extra boost to help stabilize that foot and that arch. And then the narrower outsole, you've got some adjustability through here, and then that dark brown. So really, really cute. Has the elastic stretch back. So it's going to be nice and snug. So this is definitely an all-purpose travel, minimal break-in, feel good from the get-go kind of shoe. So really, really pretty on the foot and just neutral. Okay. Love this. Like, love, 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 love this shoe. I just think it is so pretty. It's so us. Like, it's really boutique and special and doesn't look like a comfort shoe, but it's going to feel so good all day. Y'all, we're getting some huge shipments right now. So this is the black with the light tan weaving, and it is just so soft. It's not really stretchy, but you definitely, well, they're stretched in here. But it's just been such a good fit. So padding underneath both straps, has that back strap. This is such a good just throw on and go kind of shoe. Perfect extra little add to your bag that's going to go with everything because you have the natural and the black. You have the back strap, and then it looks like it's not going to have arch support, and then it really has a great medial and metatarsal arch. So perfect shoe just to grab. So pretty on the foot. Do you have this one or no? No. It's so pretty on. So definitely just a little cruise shoe, Caribbean, Europe. It looks handmade. It's fabulous. And that's the other thing, the price point on Naots. Most of the sandals are under 200, pretty well under 200 for the most part. So as far as like what you get and how they're made and the quality for the price is really exceptional. Okay. Then we have our little stretch sandals. So we have the, this is a new style for this year. Doesn't look like it's going to be much. And then we have the stretch top. So you've got that almost like a raffia top. You have the little stretch in the back. And then we have the really light kind of cushioned, almost like a textured snake, but it's really just a really soft texture. Great little shoe, fits everybody. So this is one of those. These, and we have a few others that when people come in and are like, everything hurts my feet, I don't have anything that works, this will feel good. It's just such an easy, there's nothing to hurt, everything's cushioned, has the arch support, gonna feel good all day, not too high, but gets you up off the ground. So this is all of those things. And then we have the black slide. So it's similar as the beige, but it has the toe loop, which is thin and stretchy. And then you have this angled strap here. Like we were talking about earlier, they do such a good job of adding like little details that you don't even see or notice, like a little stretch piece right there that's going to help hold it in place. So this is when you can walk and go and do and feel really good in. Okay. Then we're going to quickly move through these. I feel like it's already after 6 o'clock. There are so many. The moral of the story is you need to come in and shop me out. Okay, so this is that same outsole. Has the big kind of diamond look to it. So we have a lot of you who have several colors in this because it's just an easy kind of dress up. Again, throw it on with this kind of thing. Throw it on with the dress. Great little Florida shoe. So really blingy. And then our Kayla. So Kayla, we have in a million colors because it's my favorite. And it's funny. Every time somebody comes in and they've never been in before and I show them the Kayla, they go, no. And I'm like, put it on your foot. And they're like, okay, it's better on. I want these. I'm like, yes. Okay. Thank you. This is one of those shoes. So this shoe we have in, I don't even know, 8 colors. It's my favorite. It is that bottom I was talking about. This is my favorite collection. It's one I can wear all day. It's one that when I wear it through a pair, I buy the same thing again because I love it so much and I know it feels good. And to know you can stand and walk and travel in a shoe and it's just going to match your stuff is worth so much. And I think they're like $150. So it's a great grab and go, feel good, extra add kind of shoe. So here's some here's some new colors they did for this year. So that's that kind of stamped metallic with some little glitter. I love it. I'm usually not a glitter person, but this year I just feel like it's such a happy, bright summer's color. Silver threads. So just such a good classic. That's what's on the shoe model. And then we have cork. So cork's another big like texture, natural materials look, kind of like the raffia. So really, really pretty. And then we have the two raffias. So we have the brown raffia. I love this one. This one is going home with me. And then the black with the brown raffia. So in a great way, if you don't usually wear black sandals, because sometimes they can look heavy in the summer, this is a great one that's going to give you different options of what it can go with, not just black. So that's a great one to throw in your bag. Go with your stuff that's black and then kind of match everything else as well. So that's your raffias. Oh, there we go. She put it on so you can see. So both colors in the raffia, so pretty. Again, a great little bunion shoe. They just fit and hold your foot beautifully. And then the two classic core colors are black and stone, my personal favorite, because it can go brown, it can go gray. It just kind of pulls whatever you have on. So really, really good neutral color. Okay, then they did something new. I love it when they do something new. Okay, they did a high arch series. So they used to do these for another store. I don't remember who it was, but it was like a special licensing thing. That was all it was. These are their high arch. So give me 5 minutes. These are their high arch. So you've got an extra lift through the medial arch and the metatarsal arch. And then you've got full adjustability here and here. We have it in the brown and the black. And then they also did the high arch in the Kayla. So if you're somebody who has super high arches like I do, or you need extra posting because you overpronate, these are perfect for that because it's just going to give you that extra lift, that extra bump. And I love they even circle it. I feel like I'm just such a nerd when it comes to stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, you can see exactly where it is. So where these circles are, there's the extra cork underneath there. So if you've been going to the podorthist or the podiatrist or a foot and ankle orthopedic person, this is going to be kind of like not a custom orthotic, obviously, because that's molded to your foot, but this is going to be that extra bump that's more like for podorthists. So you've got that extra high medial, metatarsal, really, really comfortable. So if you're somebody who's like, I need that high arch, but I don't want firm, I need that extra cushion, this is perfect for that. So you have the black and the brown. And then, okay, last but not least, just a quick, we're going to just pop through these. So we have our Papaki. So this is our removable footbed. Great little old lady church shoe, if we're honest. So probably if you're under the age of 60, I don't know that you're buying this. You might. But it has the wide cushion thing here. It has some ruching, has the adjustability, has a removable footbed. So great little dress, open-toed. This is, you know, we said it's a closed-toed sandal. This is an open-toed shoe. So you've got the heel stability, that full back. So a lot of ladies are like, I cannot do just a back strap. I need some extra support. So this is literally a shoe that they took the toe out. So this is going to be that extra ankle stability, extra arch, has that removable footbed. So really great little classic shoe. And then these that have the cutouts, this just fits and holds feet beautifully. If you have a little swelling, this one works really well too because it can kind of move with your foot. So really, really comfy. Okay, whew, that was long. That was a 45-minute live. I hope that you enjoyed it and got some helpful tips and useful information out of it. Just as a reminder, Friday and Saturday is our Naot event, our shoe party for spring. It's always one of our favorite events of the year. I think we're like 8 years into doing this event. It's a money balloon pop. So when you come in and buy a Naot Friday and Saturday only, we will have our money balloons here, and you'll get to pop a money balloon. However much money is in there is what you get off of the price of your Naot. We love this event. It's one of our favorites. You'll have so much fun. We do yell a balloon, and then before we pop, so that you don't jump out of your skin from the noise. Brenton will be here on Friday all day, so we're really excited about that. He's a wealth of knowledge and information, and fun. It's always a fun day. And we'll have exclusive styles. It's a big one that are just going to be here the Friday and Saturday. So colors you haven't seen, styles you haven't seen that we can ship in that'll be just for you. So if you have any questions, let us know. Send us a message. We're happy to answer, and we hope to see you this week. You can pre-shop. A lot of people do that where they kind of come in, pick out what they want ahead of the event. And just look, we've got so much good, new, fresh from everybody. I always am like, is this my favorite time of the year, or when the boots come in? Because it's just so many beautiful things. And it's vacations coming up, and I love vacation time of year. So school's wrapping up. I know everybody keeps calling it Maycember, and I'm like, that's the best explanation this time of year as possible. So if we all seem like we're going a little bit nutty and you're like, what is wrong with y'all? That's why our kids are getting out of school, and there are field days and concerts and award ceremonies and signing up for summer stuff and all the things. So that's what's going on in our lives. And then I know a lot of you have seniors that are graduating and getting ready for college, and big, exciting things that are also sad and scary and wonderful all at the same time. So thank you as always for shopping with us. We love helping you find your shoes. Just be kind to us this month. Know that we've got a lot going on, and we'll be kind to you, and know that you've got a lot going on as always. So thank y'all, and have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.